Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you a 64% win rate ZAC jungle build. This build used to be a lot more meta earlier in this season. It is resurging right now. A lot of Conqueror junglers have been nerfed since Conqueror got a nerf and Goredrinker got a nerf. So yeah, this build is coming back into the meta. It's going to be a Frostfire Gauntlet Rush into 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀. After that, it is optionary between Abyssal Mask, Spirit Visage, or Randuin's, just situational against their team. I think it's going to be a Randuin's after 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀. They are very, very AD heavy, triple AD. We'll see if Cannon gets really fed. Might go for the Spirit Visage. I think I'm just going to solo start on my blue. Or I can solo start on Wolves. That works too. Zach can solo start on any camp in the game. He's very good at that. It's one of his many specialties. The enemies have absolutely no clue where you start. Your teammates don't need a leash. Getting leash on Zach doesn't speed up his clear by that much. Apologies in advance for using this skin. It was an accident. I apparently had it from a skin shard. Not a huge fan of this one. I find it hard to see the bloblets. I would highly recommend the normal green Zach skin or maybe the pool party Zach. I'm gonna bop these boys together. And then we're going to go to our Raptors, do our red buff, all that good stuff. We're getting pretty good steering low. We're going to have to drop the smite on blue buff, bang them together. And 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀 will get us back to full health. 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀 he really doesn't clear that fast. If he clears faster than Zach, it's not by much. Neither 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀 or Zach can really do a 315 clear consistently. It's very inconsistent, especially for Zach. If Zach does it perfectly, he can, but it's just so finicky to where if you mess it up, the game's just kind of over. But yeah, you can take blue and 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀 at the same time on Zach easily. You can take red and Raps at the same time. It's a little bit more challenging, but it's definitely doable. Like there, I goofed it up. I needed to pull the Raptors out a bit farther before I tethered the red buff. That's what messed it up. You don't have to pick up every bloblet. If it's super far out of the way, you're better off just kind of running past it. We're just going to go ahead and do a 5 camp clear and then fight for Scuttle. I think 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀 started with his bot lane anyways. Zach can comfortably 5 camp clear and then push for Scuttle Crab, be relatively full HP. You do want to try to avoid fights with the enemies though. 1 versus 1s, there's not really a single jungler Zach can beat. Before level 6. Once he's 6, he can beat a lot of squishies. So 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀 got to kill top side. Looks like he's equal CS. He's gonna push for Scuttle. Bot lane doesn't look particularly gankable. Mid lane might actually pan out. E's on cooldown. We got 2 points in it now. Can actually reach this chick. Ah, she flashed. If she didn't flash, I think she actually would have died. That was a good flash on her part. Yeah, 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀𝑀 gonna gank. Kata dashes away. This chick has no flash. I don't know what she's doing though. There we go. Got the knock up. Queued her. She's dead. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit, as long as you're not missing out on too much. Like, for example, our wolves just spawned in, so while we were waiting there, we didn't really miss out on a whole lot. Like, we can go do our wolves and then 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀, and we didn't throw off our tempo. If you're going to sit there and wait for a gank and your buffs are up and a bunch of other camps, and yeah, you're dropping a lot of tempo for something that may not pan out. If you're not at least level 4, I also wouldn't do that. You want to have at least 2 points in your E before you do a super camp like that. And you just sit there and wait. You got to be patient though. Kata played it pretty well, drawing out the Qiyana. Well played by her part. I think 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀𝑀 was egging on the Qiyana and making something happen there. So Sunfire Aegis isn't bad on Zach. Sunfire Aegis as a whole is just weak. And Frostfire's cheaper. That's the main difference. It's just cheaper, you get it, and then that's the end of the story. I'm gonna pop this plant. Nara's gonna scare this guy to death. Got the knock up. We literally missed our Q. I don't know how we did that. After you knock him up, that's when you want to W auto attack and then Q. I guess I tried to Q him from the knock up spot and missed it. Rookie mistake on that one. Happens to the best of us. Where you knock them up, that's not where they actually are. It's like if they're at that bush and the bush gets knocked up there, it's still like the starting spot, if that makes any sense. Got the Q. You got this, Kata. You got this. You got this. Nice. That was beautiful. Katarina's such a cool champion. Such a clean kit. Very well made. I think I'm being watched right now. Oh, wow. I thought 𝗕𝘂𝐀𝐀𝐀𝐺 was there. I don't know where this guy went. I guess he looked for a recall. Since ZAC farms pretty healthy, you can really take your time with your first recall. ZAC, it's more about having levels in his E than anything else. That's what's going to determine how good your ganks are, is how much range your E actually has. We'll smite it in midair, take off its shield, bonk it, pick up the blobs, and our E's almost back up. I wish you didn't do that, Kennen. My everything's on cooldown. Gonna bash him against this. Auto attack R, and he's a goner. I kind of want this XP. I think Gnar is looking to push it. I just want to get the XP from it. He can get the last hits. I want to back. We can almost buy our full Frostfire, which is pretty gnarly. We'll go ahead and pick up Lucidities. So your normal first back on ZAC, assuming you don't have a bunch of successful ganks like I did, it's gonna look more like just Lucidities only, or like Boots Darksil if you don't have any gold. Like Boots Darksil is only 650, super cheap. If you have just no gold, you just get just a Darksil. Yeah, you're really trying to prioritize Boots, Darksil. In this case, I couldn't really afford it to where I just went tier 2 Boots and Sunfire because I had the perfect amount of gold. You don't have to get Darksil, but it's just one of those items that's good if you're low on gold because it's just so affordable. I'm almost resetting the blue buff there. Kennen shoving up top. He's got the wave pushing. ZAC plays so well against players who perma push. People like 𝗕𝐿𝐴𝐻𝑖N, ZAC is the worst nightmare. They shove up, you launch over the wall. GG's, well played. We'll go top again. This Kennen's just too free. He's too aggressive. He's too gosh darn free-spirited. There we go. At least we got the Q. I don't think he has R. I think we win this. Got the knock up. Ooh, maybe we don't win this. I had nothing to knock him against. I think Kata, come on Kata, don't die here, buddy. Ah, it sucks. I gotta finish shoving this too. It's unfortunate. We're gonna stick it with a Q here. And we got off the E. He's a goner. Just gonna walk into him. When you're on your R, you get a bunch of extra movement speed. So it's really easy to survive in those type of situations. 𝗕𝘂𝐀𝐀𝐺 here. Is being a little turd. My Bomby Cinder took the turret aggro because that did some damage to him. We already have massive level lead on this guy. Should be able to take this pretty quick. You normally have time to, like you see there, whenever you knock someone up, you have time to W auto attack before you Q. That way you also don't Q too early to where you're not actually putting it where they technically are. You're just putting it where it looks like they are. You can W during like any animation on ZAC. It doesn't stop your autos or anything like that. I'll go ahead and smite that. Got it. Got it with the Q, and she's a goner. When you land that combo, it's just over. Once the E lands, there's no counterplay. I'm actually shocked ZAC's a top 10 jungler right now. ZAC hasn't been a top 10 jungler since last season. It's been over a year. Been a long time. I like it though. I'm a huge fan of ZAC. Got the knock up. Bonk. Blue smite. She's a goner. This game is wrapped up. After a successful gank like this, you want to look for dragon, and you're thinking about who can stop me. Well, their bot lane's dead. I have mid prio. The only person who can show up is 𝗕𝘂𝐴. I can escape or just like survive long enough for my teammates to come. So even if he shows up, it's kind of whatever. Kennen was turbo fed. I might be scared of him TPing and 𝗕𝘂𝐴 showing up. Kennen's not fed, so I'm not really too worried about it. Nice. We're sitting on a pretty big back. I'm not gonna back though. Frostfire gauntlets don't excite me. It's only because you're only really buying them because they're cheap, not because they're particularly awesome. This is what taking red buff and wraps together looks like. It's very doable. Just haven't done it in a little bit. That's how I messed it up last time. I didn't pull the raptors over far enough before I queued the red buff. I needed to be like right here and then do it. I did it way too early. I did it like from over there. It was really awkward. The red buff lost so much patience before he's even anywhere near me. Got the blue smite, auto attack, Q, pull her back. She's a goner. We had the red buff auto there, so she got slowed. That's why I tried to auto her first before I queued, so it'd be hard for her to dodge it. Cannon's looking low like a double wide. We'll go up there, give him a little high five. Alright, there he is. He's a goner. I could grab this wave and set it up for Gnar. I don't need the minions either. I'm just trying to make it easy on him. That being said, I kind of spread them out. Got the Q. Nice, beautiful. I want this. We could go for Herald right now. Unless, like, if I think the enemies are going to pull up, we'd want to stay and go over like a 𝗕𝘂𝐴 with our E. I think this just got worded. Yeah, there's 3 of them under there. I'll just go for Herald. There's no reason to force this. The only way they come back is if we do something like that. They don't have the gold or map pressure to step up to stop me from taking something like this. Dude, these purple droplets are so hard to see. These little blobs. It's like, I don't know if I'm colorblind or if it really blends in with the map that well. I just can't see it. Hopefully I'm not the only one. I want this thing. I still want the Herald. It's my destiny as a jungler. Jungler always gets first dibs. It's like the big guy at the buffet. When people are walking up at the same time, you got to make room. It's my turn. It's my turn, baby. Speaking of buffets, I never go to buffets. I can't eat that much at once. I get sick. Like, for me, I don't like to eat till I'm sick. And at a buffet, I can only like eat 2 big plates before I'm tapped out. My wife can't even do a full plate. Took her out. It's like this Indian buffet place. It's like $16 or $18 a piece. She did like not even a full plate. She felt like she was gonna die. So all right, maybe this wasn't worth the money. And the food's also kind of stale. At least some of the things, you can tell it's been around there for a while. Hit him with the R, baby. He does have Divine Sunder. All I have is a huge level lead on him. But in terms of items, he's spent way more gold than me. I'm gonna pick this up. And we're gonna get Thornmail. The reason why you generally get Thornmail after some... Oh, I guess they quit. Wow. But yeah, the reason why you get the Thornmail is if they have any life still, then they're screwed. But if you enjoyed this ZAC Jungle Guide, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. My name is Kingstixbusiness. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.